Cancer, my beautiful water babies. I have been waiting to tell you this, and oh my God, the energy coming through right now is absolutely electric. There are two massive things happening in your energy field that you need to know about, and I am getting literal chills just thinking about sharing this with you, because what I am seeing in the cards is going to blow your mind. Everyone thinks Cancer season is all about emotions and feelings, but actually, what is coming through for you right now is about power. Raw, undeniable, life-changing power that is going to shift everything for you in the next 47 days. Yes, I said 47 days specifically because that is exactly what the universe is showing me. The first card that literally jumped out of the deck. I was not even shuffling properly, and this card flew across my entire table, is the King of Swords. Now listen, Cancer, this is not what anyone would expect for you emotionally sensitive water signs, but this is exactly why this message is so important. The King of Swords is coming in to tell you that your emotional intelligence, that deep intuitive gift you have, is about to become your greatest weapon in the most beautiful way possible. This King of Swords energy is not asking you to become cold or detached. Oh, no, no, no. This is about taking all of that beautiful Cancer sensitivity and channeling it through razor-sharp mental clarity. I am seeing you making decisions in the coming weeks that will shock everyone around you because they are going to be so strategically brilliant, yet so deeply rooted in your heart wisdom. The King of Swords is sitting on his throne and he is looking directly at me right now and he is saying, Cancer, you have been underestimating your intellectual power for far too long. You have been letting people dismiss you as just the emotional one, just the nurturing one, just the sensitive one. But what if I told you that your emotional intelligence is actually a form of genius that most people will never possess? This card is showing me a very specific scenario playing out for you. There is someone in your life, probably in a position of authority, who has been making decisions that affect you without considering your input. This could be a boss, a parent, a partner, someone who thinks they know what is best for you. But the King of Swords is coming through to say that your time to take intellectual leadership is now. I am seeing you in a meeting, in a conversation, in a situation where you are going to present an idea or a solution that is so brilliant, so well thought out, so strategically perfect that it is going to completely shift how people see you. This is happening within the next 3 weeks for most of you watching this. Some of you already know exactly what situation I am talking about because you have been thinking about it obsessively. The King of Swords wants you to document everything. Write down your ideas, your plans, your strategies. This is not the time for verbal agreements or handshake deals. Everything needs to be clear, written, official. Your Cancer intuition is going to guide you to ask exactly the right questions that expose things other people missed. But here is where it gets really interesting. The second card that came through, and honestly, I had to pause for a moment because this combination is so powerful, is the Three of Cups. Now, you might think this is just about celebration and friendship, but what I am seeing here is so much deeper than that. The Three of Cups in this context is telling me that your intellectual breakthrough, this King of Swords moment, is going to create a ripple effect that brings the right people into your circle. I am not talking about casual friends or fair-weather relationships. I am talking about your soul tribe finding you because of the stand you are about to take. There is a celebration coming for you, Cancer, but it is not just any celebration. This is a celebration of you stepping into your authentic power and having it recognized by people who truly matter. The Three of Cups is showing me 3 women, or 3 feminine energy people, who are going to become absolutely crucial to your next chapter. One of these people is older than you and has experience you need. Another is around your age and has skills that complement yours perfectly. The third is younger and has an energy, a perspective, a way of seeing things that is going to inspire you in ways you cannot imagine right now. These three people are coming into your life specifically because of the intellectual boundaries you are about to set. The universe is saying, when you start operating from your King of Swords energy, when you start demanding to be taken seriously mentally and strategically, you attract other powerful minds who recognize your worth. But wait, there is something else coming through, and this is where my heart is literally racing, because what I am seeing next is so unexpected. The Eight of Swords just appeared, and before you panic, before you think this means you are trapped, listen to what this card is actually telling us in this context. The woman in the Eight of Swords has been blindfolded and bound, but here is what most people miss. She is surrounded by swords, but there is a clear path out. She just cannot see it yet because of the blindfold. Cancer, this card is telling me that you have been feeling mentally trapped by other people's opinions of you. You have been wearing an invisible blindfold that makes you believe you are not smart enough, strategic enough, business-minded enough to play with the big leagues. But that blindfold is coming off in the next few weeks. The Eight of Swords is showing me a very specific moment of clarity coming for you. You are going to suddenly see a solution to a problem that has been bothering you for months. This solution is going to be so obvious once you see it that you are going to wonder how you missed it before. But the reason you missed it is because you were listening to other people's voices instead of trusting your own brilliant mind. There is someone who has been making you feel stupid or confused, or like you do not understand something that you actually understand perfectly well. This person has been gaslighting your intelligence, and the Eight of Swords is saying that this dynamic is about to shatter completely. I am seeing you removing the blindfold yourself. Nobody else can do this for you, Cancer. Nobody else can give you permission to trust your own mind. But when you do, when you finally stop second-guessing your brilliant instincts, the path forward becomes crystal clear. The Eight of Swords is also connected to communication blocks, and I am seeing that you have been holding back from saying something important because you were afraid it would not be received well. But your King of Swords energy is going to give you the courage and the strategic thinking to communicate this message in a way that cannot be dismissed or ignored. Now, the fourth card that came through, and honestly, I started laughing when I saw this because it is so perfect, is the Wheel of Fortune. But this is not just about luck or fate. In combination with these other cards, the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you are about to experience a complete reversal of how people perceive your capabilities. People who have been treating you like you do not know what you are talking about are about to see you in a completely different light. The wheel is turning and suddenly you are on top and they are looking up at you wondering how you got there so fast. But it is not fast, Cancer. You have been preparing for this moment your entire life. The Wheel of Fortune is showing me that there is a timing element here that is absolutely perfect. Something that seemed like bad luck or a setback in the past few months was actually positioning you for this breakthrough. A door that closed, an opportunity that fell through, a person who disappointed you. All of that was clearing the path for something so much better. I keep seeing the number 10 with this card, which means this breakthrough is connected to a completion of a major cycle. You are finishing something that you started approximately 10 months ago. This could be a project, a course of study, a relationship dynamic, a way of seeing yourself. Whatever it is reaching its culmination point, and the result is going to exceed your expectations. The Wheel of Fortune is also telling me about a public recognition moment that is coming for you. This is not going to be private or subtle. Other people are going to witness your success and your strategic brilliance, and they are going to be talking about it. Some of you are going to get recognition online, through social media, through networking. Others are going to get recognition in your workplace or professional community. But here is where the message gets even more specific. The fifth card. And I literally gasped when this came through because it connects everything together so perfectly, is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is where your Cancer nurturing energy comes back into play, but in the most powerful way possible. The Queen of Pentacles is telling me that your emotional intelligence, combined with your new King of Swords strategic thinking, is going to make you unstoppable in practical material ways. This is about money, Cancer. This is about resources, about building something sustainable, about creating security for yourself and the people you love. But this is not just any money or resources. The Queen of Pentacles represents wealth that comes from genuine value creation. You are going to solve real problems for real people using your unique combination of emotional wisdom and strategic thinking, and people are going to pay you very well for this. I am seeing some of you starting a business or side hustle that combines counseling or coaching with practical strategy. Others are going to get promoted or find new positions that pay you for both your people skills and your analytical abilities. Some of you are going to discover that you have a talent for helping others with their finances or practical life decisions. The Queen of Pentacles is sitting in her garden surrounded by abundance, and she is holding a coin that represents the fruits of her labor. Cancer, this is showing me that your abundance is going to come from nurturing growth in yourself, in others, in projects and ideas that you care about deeply. There is also a healing component to this Queen of Pentacles energy. Some of you are going to make money helping others heal emotional wounds that have been blocking their practical success. You are going to become known as someone who can help people work through their psychological barriers to wealth and achievement. The Queen of Pentacles is also showing me real estate or property playing a role in your upcoming success. This could be buying, selling, renting, renovating, or even just creating a more abundant living space that supports your new energy. Your home environment is going to become a reflection of your inner transformation. Now, I have to share this next card because it is giving me absolute chills. The sixth card is the Four of Wands, and this is about celebration, but it is so much more than that. The Four of Wands represents the moment when all of your hard work and strategic thinking starts to pay off in ways that everyone can see. I am seeing you at some kind of gathering or event where you are being recognized or honored for your achievements. This could be a work celebration, a family milestone, a community recognition, or even just a moment when your friends and loved ones finally understand what you have been working toward. The Four of Wands shows four wands creating a structure, a foundation, a framework for celebration. Cancer. This is telling me that the intellectual and emotional work you are doing right now is creating a solid foundation for long-term success and happiness. This is not just a temporary win. This is the beginning of a new way of living. There is something about a partnership or collaboration that is highlighted by this Four of Wands energy. The strategic thinking of your King of Swords is going to attract someone who wants to build something beautiful and profitable with you. This partnership is going to feel both emotionally fulfilling and financially rewarding. The Four of Wands is also connected to home and family, and I am seeing that your professional success is going to create more stability and abundance for your loved ones. Some of you are going to be able to help family members financially or emotionally because of the position you are stepping into. But there is also a creative element to this Four of Wands energy that I cannot ignore. Your new strategic mindset is going to unlock creative abilities that you did not even know you had. You are going to find ways to express your Cancer sensitivity through projects that also generate income and recognition. Comments are going crazy right now. You are all feeling this energy shift happening. So many of you are saying you already know exactly what situation I am talking about, and that gives me absolute goosebumps because it means the universe is speaking directly through this reading. Now let me tell you about the seventh and final card that came through. And honestly, this card made me emotional because it is so beautiful and so perfect for where you are headed, Cancer. The Ten of Cups appeared, and this is your ultimate destination card. But this is not just about emotional fulfillment. though that is definitely part of it. The Ten of Cups in this reading represents the moment when your intellectual power, your emotional wisdom, and your practical success all come together to create a life that feels like a dream come true. I am seeing you looking back on this period of growth and breakthrough and feeling so grateful that you trusted yourself enough to step into your power. The Ten of Cups shows a family celebrating under a rainbow, and that rainbow represents the bridge between where you are now and where you are going. This card is telling me that all of the strategic moves you are about to make, all of the intellectual boundaries you are about to set, all of the emotional intelligence you are about to weaponize in the most beautiful way, it is all leading to a life where you feel completely aligned and fulfilled. The Ten of Cups is also showing me that your success is going to inspire other people, especially other Cancers or water signs, to step into their own intellectual power. You are going to become a living example of what happens when sensitivity and strategy work together instead of against each other. There is also a legacy aspect to this Ten of Cups energy. The choices you make in the next few months are going to affect not just you, but future generations. Some of you are going to break generational patterns around money, success, and intellectual confidence that have been limiting your family for decades. The rainbow in the Ten of Cups is showing me that there is divine support for this transformation, Cancer. The universe is literally conspiring to help you succeed because your success serves the highest good of everyone around you. When you step into your full power, you create space for others to do the same. But here is what I really need you to understand about these two important things you need to know right now. The first important thing is that your emotional intelligence is intellectual power. You do not need to choose between being sensitive and being strategic. Your Cancer gifts of intuition, empathy, and emotional awareness are actually advanced forms of intelligence that give you an advantage in any situation where human psychology is involved, which is basically every situation that matters. The second important thing is that your breakthrough is imminent, but it requires you to stop hiding your brilliance behind false modesty or fear of other people's reactions. The cards are showing me that everything you need to succeed is already within you, but you have to be willing to let people see your full capabilities. These 7 cards, King of Swords, 3 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and 10 of Cups. They are telling a complete story of your transformation from someone who doubts their intellectual abilities to someone who confidently uses their emotional and strategic intelligence to create abundance and recognition. The timeline I am seeing for this transformation is approximately 6 to 8 weeks for the initial breakthrough, and then 6 to 8 months for the full manifestation of everything these cards are promising. But the energy shift, that starts now. Today. This moment. Some of you watching this are going to leave a comment or send a message that creates the first domino in this chain of success. Others are going to have a conversation today that plants the seed for your intellectual breakthrough. And some of you are going to make a decision right now that your King of Swords energy has been waiting for you to make. I want you to pay attention to any ideas or insights that come to you in the next 48 hours, because your intuitive mind is going to start downloading strategic solutions faster than you can write them down. This is your Cancer superpower activating in full force. Members have been messaging me all week about feeling this exact energy building, and honestly, the synchronicity is just wow. The collective consciousness is definitely preparing for something major, and you Cancer souls are right at the center of it. The universe wants me to remind you that every time you have trusted your instincts in the past, it has led to something beautiful, even if it took time to unfold. This situation is no different except that the rewards are going to be bigger and come faster because you are more aligned with your true power now than you have ever been before. Your homework for this week. Cancer is simple but powerful. Write down 3 ideas or solutions that have been floating around in your mind, but that you have been afraid to voice or act on because you worried they were not good enough or smart enough or practical enough. Then pick one of those ideas and take one small strategic action toward making it real. That one small action is going to set everything in motion. The King of Swords does not wait for permission, and neither should you. The Three of Cups reminds us that the right people are waiting to celebrate and support your brilliance. The Eight of Swords says the only thing binding you is your own mental limitations. The Wheel of Fortune promises that timing is on your side. The Queen of Pentacles guarantees that your efforts will be financially rewarded. The Four of Wands shows that celebration and recognition are inevitable. And the Ten of Cups, that beautiful Ten of Cups. It promises that everything you are building now is going to create lasting happiness and fulfillment. Before I finish, I need to address something that came through while I was doing this reading. Some of you are scared that if you step into your intellectual power, people will not love you anymore for your emotional gifts. The cards want you to know that this fear is completely backwards. When you integrate your emotional intelligence with strategic thinking, you become more lovable, not less. You become someone people can trust with their hearts and their practical concerns. You are not losing your Cancer magic by becoming more strategic. You are multiplying your Cancer magic by giving it structure and direction and purpose. The most successful people in the world are the ones who combine emotional intelligence with strategic action and Cancer. That is exactly what you are being called to do right now. The energy I am feeling as this reading comes to a close is so hopeful and so exciting because I can literally see your future success. It is not a possibility, it is not a maybe, it is a certainty as long as you trust the process and trust yourself. Your 2 important things are clear. First, your emotional intelligence is your intellectual superpower. Second, your breakthrough moment is now, and it requires you to stop hiding your brilliance. Everything else, the money, the recognition, the partnership, the celebration, the lasting fulfillment, all of that flows naturally from these 2 realizations. I am so excited for your journey, Cancer, and I know you are going to shock everyone, including yourself, with what you accomplish when you fully step into this energy. The comment section is going absolutely wild with people recognizing their own stories in this reading, and that just confirms that this message was meant to reach exactly the right people at exactly the right time. Subscribe now. Your future depends on staying connected to this energy and these insights. And if you want more of this depth and specificity, you know where to find me.